Hello guys, once again welcome back to a new video. Today we are going to review this. This is the 2022 Maruti Suzuki Celerio. Celerio comes under the hatchback segment and there are total 4 variants available. LXI, VXI, ZXI and ZXI Plus. This is the VXI AGS variant. I'll do a detailed walk around further in this video. Now let's see the prices. The base variant costs 4,99,000 ex-showroom, which is the LXI variant, and this particular variant, which is VXI AGS, costs 6,13,000 and the on-road price in the Hyderabad is 7,20,876 rupees. And these are the rest of the variants prices. If you want to know on-road price of your city, comment down with your city name and the variant name. I'll reply all the comments. Maruti offers wide range of color options in Celerio. There are total 6 color options available: white, brown, grey, silver, red and blue. And there is only one engine option available, which is petrol. It gets with both 5-speed manual and automatic gearboxes. And when it gets to engine, it gets with 3-cylinder 998cc K10C aluminium engine, which produces 65.71 bhp of max power at the rate 5000 rpm and 67 Newton meters of max torque at the rate 3500 rpm. And Maruti is claiming this as a most fuel efficient car. This particular variant gives somewhere around 26.68 kilometers per liter as per ARAI. Mileage differ from variant to variant. And these are the keys of the car. It doesn't get with central locking and boot opening function button and all those. It gets with a regular manual key. And this is the front look. It looks completely different compared to the old generation. These are the headlights. It gets with halogen setup. This is the halogen indicator and this is the halogen headlamp. And it doesn't get with fog lamp. It gets with fog lamp housing. And here we have chrome line, which all the Suzuki cars gets nowadays. And these are the front tires with disc brakes with the tire section of 165/70 R14s. In this variant it doesn't get with alloy wheels. So this is the front look and indicator is over here, not on the ORVM. This is the ORVM. ORVM is colored in body color itself. And overall length of the car is 3695 mm and overall width of the car is 1655 mm. So this is the rear tire with the drum brake and the rear tire section is also same 165/70 R14s. And overall ground clearance of the car is 165 mm and overall height of the car is 1555 mm. This is the rear look. From the rear also it's looking completely new. And from here we can open the boot. Here we have Celerio badging, rear tail light, which looks little bit small according to my liking. And in the rear it doesn't get with any camera or reverse parking sensors. This is the high mounted stop lamp and it gets with that antenna over there for radio, I guess. Now let's open the boot. We have to manually open the boot. We don't have any button. And it has best in class boot space. It gets with partial tray and it gets with hydraulic struts, as most of the cars get. And you can see the loading lip is deep enough, so that might be problem while loading the luggage. It gets with 313 liters of boot capacity and it's so pitch black here. By this I felt like the light would have been a very good option. It doesn't offer any light. Now let's close the boot. And the boot is not that heavy. It's light. It gets with partial tray, which is a very good thing. And now let's get inside the driver's side door. Again we have to open manually. So this is the driver's side door, and on the door it has this lock and unlock thing which is finished in aluminium finish. And on the driver's side we don't have any power window controls. it gets with coin holder, and here is the bottle holder which is big enough, and here is the placement of speaker, and this is the automatic variant. I am so sorry it's dark. And first of all, let's do the seat all the way back. It gets with a manual seat adjust. Now the seat is all the way back, and this is the interiors. Now the car is turned on, and it gets with all analog instrument cluster. Speed is analog, and even the RPM meter is analog. On the left we have telltale lights over here, and this is the speed. And on the right we have RPM meter, which even shows the gear position indicator. So this is the RPM meter which has a average, trip A, trip B, and distance to empty, all those things. And it even shows time. On the bottom it has the fuel gauge. This is the steering wheel. It doesn't have any steering mounted controls, and it doesn't even have height adjust. So these are the wiper controls, and on the other side we have headlight controls. So these are the AC vents, which is finished like a aluminium brushed kind of thing around it, and we doesn't get with any infotainment system or a music system. This is the parking light. This is to open the window. So window controls are over here. We get with all 4 power windows. So 2 are here and 2 are in the back. This is to lock, unlock, and this is the child window lock. Over here we have AC controls. It gets with manual AC, and it's so dark. Here is the 12 volt charging socket and one placement for dummy 12 volt charging socket. Here we have some space to keep mobile and 2 cup holders. This is the automatic variant. As I said, you can see here we have reverse, neutral, and drive mode. This gear knob is very good looking with that aluminium brushed surroundings, and it gets with manual dimming IRVM. And on the driver side it has this toll receipt holder, and here we have halogen light. There is no light in the back. And on the co-driver side it has this mirror, but there is no light. Handle to hold. And this is the glove box. It offers decent space, and the quality of cabin is not that impressive, and it doesn't get with adjustable headrests. In the rear it only gets with 2 headrests, and the comfort of seats are good enough. Here we have handbrake. Now the seat is all the way back. Let's get inside the second row. Let me turn off the car. Now I am in the second row, and there is no hook. There is only a handle to hold. You can see the amount of legroom. These seats are scooped out. The driver side seat is all the way back, and the co-driver seat is in the middle. So the rear passenger space is good enough, and the cabin is also wide enough. I am 6 foot long. It even gets with partial tray, which is a very good thing. The rear power window controls are in the place of rear AC vents. On this note, let's end this video. Hope you liked my efforts. If you did, like this video and subscribe to my channel. 98% of my viewers didn't subscribe yet. If you are also one of those, please do subscribe. See you soon. Bye.